Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Watcher of Realms video. In today's video, we're going to be tackling another one of the trials, and that is going to be the faction trial for the Piercers. So the trial of the Piercers. This was actually one that I just beat today for the first time. It's, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say from the beginning, it's not the easiest. And you know what? All of these trials, once you get to like stage, I think it's actually 10, so once you get to stage 10 and higher, they become pretty difficult, okay? Because up until 9, you're like, okay, 286,000 recommended BP, then it jumps to 583, and then at the end it's 614. These BP requirements are actually pretty spot on for some of these ones, but not for all of them. For example, for the esotericists or the esotericists, you basically, if you have Boreas, you can pretty much cheese it and beat it easily. However, for this one, it was a little bit tricky, and what I'm gonna show you and what I'm gonna use, it's you know, it's not gonna be relatable unless you've been playing for a while, okay? What I mean by not being relatable is, well, I guess maybe it actually is relatable, because by the time you're gonna be doing stages 12, you should be getting, you know, to have a pretty solid roster. Like I have been playing for almost 1 year, okay? It did start in I think it was October, so I'm like 2 months away from a full year, and I did summon a lot and did spend in this game. So actually, I guess I do have some pretty relatable stuff, but you see that I do have the power of dominant sound because I just beat it. However, I pre-recorded it, and basically this was the team that I used, okay? I was lucky enough to have an Iovar in here, okay, as the Lord, and he does bring some good damage boost, okay? So when deployed, faction team members, damage increases by 15% every 20 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. So basically the full damage boost would be 45%. So that's really, you know, that's really helpful. I guess if you would have a Racha as well, this could help, depending on how far away your people would be. But again, my Iovar definitely helped. I guess if you wouldn't have it, you could go with Lunaria. However, the damage output might be not as easy. You might need to build your champions a little bit stronger. Do keep in mind that I don't have fully awakened. I did not regear people or swap gears around for these people to do this run specifically. The only 2 people that I guess would have some of my best builds are going to be Silas and Hex. And basically, again, let's look at the team. So Iovar, Idril, Silas. I did use Livian. Actually, Livian is as a tank, and she's the same tank. She's the same build that I use for my Titanic Ruins for Apocalypse 1 damage, okay? She's just a really good tank. I'm not sure if there's any other tanks, honestly, for the Piercers. The only other option you would have would be Mr. Absan over here, but I really did not want to build him. However, I could do it without it. Then we have Hex, we do have Radzak, we do have Calypso, Lunaria. I even brought her for some damage. The only healer that I brought in this team was Nesande. You have 2 options. You have either Lily or Nesande, okay? You do have a Lily over here that you can bring, or Nesande. I chose to go with Nesande because I like her more, as she increases the attack speed of your champions as well. Once she pops the old, where is it? Okay, over here. Brings attack speed increase on all heroes within the attack range every 40 seconds. So this can be really helpful, you know, because it's all about doing damage and whatnot. Then obviously she's attack-based healer, so this is the team. Oh yeah, and the last one in the spot is actually Ajax. I guess Ajax could be somebody like an Iovar, or whoever else would be your best AoE damage dealer. If I'm not mistaken, Kai also has AoE damage, maybe on the ultimate. He does, yep, so he's the best one that could do some AoE damage. Basically, whoever's your next best, or even, I guess, honestly, I guess it could even be Theowen. It's just the tricky thing is, you might need to, you know, you might need to place them differently or try some other things. Basically, let me just show you the run and see and show you how it goes. Like I said, let's play, because I did a recording before, and this is how I did. So the way that I focused this one is I straight up placed my Silas on the bottom because I want to kill that boss as soon as he comes. Then the next one that I placed was Nesande, and I chose to place it in that position because that way it covers Silas, but it also covers me all the way up top for my Livian to be healed, okay? Because of obviously having Iovar as the Lord, which if you don't have Iovar, you can use Lunaria as the Lord. It helps increase the range even for the healers, okay? So even Nesande has that range increase so that she can heal up to Livian. Then after I placed Livian, the next one that I placed was actually Ajax in there, which again, if you don't have Ajax, you can place Razak or whoever is your next, next best AoE damage dealer in the spot, because you do need some AoE damage dealing. I would suggest, however, to place somebody else rather than Razak first, because Razak has a high range and I prefer to put him towards the back. Then the next one that I did place was at the bottom was Hex. I really needed Hex to help out with these tanks that start coming. And the reason why Hex is really good over there is because, well, you want Hex to help with those tanks, as they have heavy armor, and basically Hex deals magic. Okay, he deals magic damage, so he should make it easier for you to just kill that tank. And also he does bring a chance to stun and to slow, so that's why Hex is gonna be one of your best ones down there. Okay, that's why you definitely want to have Hex Silas at the bottom. In the meantime, you see what's happening at the top. Like, I pretty much put Lunaria to start doing damage on them on the right hand side, and then Ivar focusing down for the exploding ones. And this is the only one it becomes a little bit tricky. Okay, this one is a little bit of RNG. Do you proc those stuns and slows with Hex or not? If you don't do it the first try, just do it again. You saw that I also proc my Ajax's ultimate once those two were over here, so they could cover this side as well. As soon as I kill this boss, I despawn my Silas, and then I place Idril so that she can help with some more damage up top. The reason why I despawn my Silas is because I want to replace him so that he can face upwards, as we only have two more of these tanks coming from the left side, and Hex can deal with them pretty easily. Now, this is where it becomes a bit tricky. You definitely want to make sure you kill some of those exploding ones, because otherwise, if they all get to your Levian and explode at the same time, she's pretty much a goner. But I guess you pretty much saw how it was. Honestly, this was my first try. This was my first try getting to stage 12, and it was pretty straightforward. It was pretty easy. But again, I do have the right champions. I do have some decent builds on them, and that's what made it easy that way. So I guess, like I said, hopefully you saw exactly the ways that I focused and the ways that I proc my skills. And if not, you know what I can do is, just for the sake of those of you that maybe want to follow this along, I'm just gonna take myself out. I'm gonna do this run at like 2 times speed for all of you to watch, and then, you know what, if you want to copy it, I was already hitting myself. If you want to copy it of using the skills and whatnot, you can follow it. So I guess I'm gonna be right back in a few seconds or a minute. Okay, and one thing I didn't show was the damage that I did at the end, so let's quickly show this one. So obviously Hex was at the top, next one was Ajax, Ivar, Hex, and then Razak, which he didn't do that much, but he did enough. So let me show you the builds that I have on my people. I'm going to try and go through them quick. I'm not going to show every single stat clicking them. I'm just going to show you the build. So this is my Ivar. You can pretty much add the stats together. He's in Soulbound Arcana. He is fully skilled up. But again, I'm not sure he just deals a bit more damage if you do that. And then with the artifact, he has Idril's Gaze. Then the next one that I had in a team, which she was just there for a short period, was Idril. She's in a Annihilating Might and an Infernal Roar build. She is fully skilled up, and then her artifact is a Spirit Siphon. But again, she wasn't doing too much because she was just there to replace Silas for a second. Then my Silas, Warlord and Infernal Roar, you can see his stats. Would prefer if I could get more attack speed on him, but I guess this is what I had left over after my Titanic Ruin swapping around. Then artifact, obviously he has a Spirit Siphon maxed out. Then if you look at the tank, my Livian, she's in a Guardian plus a Life Force set. he focused a lot of HP and defense. And then when it comes to the artifact, Bastion rank, because obviously that's the best for tanks. And when it comes to skills, she is fully skilled up. Then next one's going to be Hex. Hex is, again, Soban Arcana and Warlord. Pretty decent build. Again, maybe attack speed could be better, but that's all I could get so far. And then Artifact, I do have his exclusive artifact. So that, I guess, helps me a little bit, but if you don't have it, go for Spirit Siphon. Then when it comes to Ajax, I'm not gonna lie, he's not in the best build possible. Honestly, I just had some leftover Night Terror that like had some decent rolls. So I said, you know what, let me put Night Terror on him, and it is what it is. I did have a crit damage. I did have some good attack speed. I just gave him attack speed again. I actually, I think I pretty much just quick equipped him, and then I just completed the sets. He's not fully skilled. I got unlucky. Most of it went on the passive, didn't get too many on the ultimate. Then when it comes to the artifact, he does have his exclusive artifact. If you don't have it, go for whichever's your best one. Tear of Twilight maybe would be an option. Then if we look at Razak, again, oh my god, Razak is even, I think... So this is my Razak. This is why he didn't do enough damage. I didn't even check if he had gear. So imagine that if Razak actually had a decent build on him, well, I do believe that he would have done more, he would have helped more Ajax as well. So I guess it kind of shows you that it's difficult, but not as difficult considering I had somebody like him that had no gear on. When it comes to the skills, he's not fully skilled up, but, close to it. I did have the ultimate maxed out. He does have one of the strongest hitting AoE hits. This one's just, he can do insane damage. Obviously, he had no gear this time around, but still. And then when it comes to the artifact, I did have the Sharpshooter crest because obviously he's all about the AoE damage, and this one helps because it gives him more AoE damage. Then next one in line was Calypso, which honestly, I don't think there's any point to show her because I didn't even use her. I didn't even place Calypso. She was just a +1 in there. Lunaria, again, not the best, not the worst. I quick equipped her. They put Aegis Wrath, and the game put Aegis Wrath and Whirlwind on her. Didn't even have an artifact. Again, she just was helping to do some damage at the tanks at the top. I guess I could have thrown this leftover Spirit Siphon on her, right? And then the last one is Sunday. She was in an Invigoration, which helped boost Silas. And then I did have her in the Salvation one because this is what gave me the most attack speed, okay? Whatever gave me the most attack speed is what I used. Then she is fully skilled up, and then her artifact is going to be Tia's Balm. So this is honestly, you don't need Tia's Balm. You prefer, again, the best one possible. Best one for her will be the Euphoric Orb to boost the attack speed of your people even more. But whatever you have left over, that's what you're going to use. Or if it's tricky, obviously you're going to use your best build that you can. But I guess that's pretty much it. That's the team that I used to beat the Trial of Piercers on stage 12. I only have one more that I need to beat, and then I basically beat all of them, and that's going to be the Trial of Watchers, which I guess opens in 2 days. I already pre-recorded the one for the Northerners. I'm trying to release them on the day that they launch, because hopefully that, makes more of you people want to watch it. So that's why I'm trying to release it at the right time. But anyway, I guess we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Hell hath no fury like a mother